Okay, let's get started. Well, hello. Welcome to the Sell Your Next Painting with Ease workshop. I am so excited you are here because it shows me you are ready to take your brilliant mind, heart, and art seriously, and you're ready to make more painting sales. And I am here to help you. I'm here to guide you, so let's jump right in. As you probably know, selling your art takes way more than strategy. It also takes confidence. So in this class, we're going to dive into both of these important components to get you started selling more pieces. But first, you guys, I want you to know that now, more than ever, is the best time to get this education. With more people working from home, they're literally looking around at their walls, recognizing they've not put any TLC into the spaces they're spending more and more time in. And art sales have skyrocketed. They are at an all-time high, offline and online. So during this time, if you have any questions, I want you to feel free to connect with me on Facebook or Instagram. Also, on the right-hand side of this webinar, there's a question box where you can send me a message and it'll go straight to my email. So if you have not already, please go ahead and take out a journal and write down these social addresses here on the screen where you can reach me, as well as any notes or inspiration that will hit you during this class. Put it all in your journal. I want to make sure that any questions are addressed and you feel like you can reach out to me. And I also want to make sure you are in the right place right now. Your time is so valuable, so is mine, so let's make sure this will be worth it for you. You are in the right place. If you know already how to make art, you've had some success selling your pieces, but maybe not a lot. You desire more confidence and clarity in your next steps. You're ready to charge the value of your unique style of art. And maybe you have played the gallery game and that has not worked out very well for you. You're in the right place if you're willing to work on your mindset and be open to new ideas, new strategies, to think outside the box. And you are ready to go big or go home. You're done with having an amazing art skill and not know how to monetize it. You're done looking at other artists making money and wondering how. So in this workshop together, we are going to cover the profitable artist mindset, your first step to a 10K painting sale, marketing a 10K painting. So real quick, a little bit about me. I'm Jenny McGee. I'm a full-time artist. I have sold my artwork to CEOs all around the world, to Estee Lauder, Design Star, HGTV Design Star, Kelly Ellis, who featured my work on House Hunters renovation. I am a mama of 2 kiddos, and when I began to paint, I remember that I started first painting on our kitchen floor. That's all I had, and that's okay. When I began, my husband traveled a ton for his work. We lived in a foreign country. Our babies were 2 and 1. Life was pretty much bonkers. And also while living abroad, I was diagnosed with cancer, so life got even more crazy. And the thing that I realized the most was I was playing my life too safe. Being sick was my wake-up call to start following my dreams. And if I could share with you a few sentences of what cancer and the hard, difficult time taught me, it would be to follow your heart. None of us know if we're going to have another tomorrow. And I'm serious, now is the best time to take steps towards your passions, even baby steps towards your dreams. You have them for a reason. And mine was to be a painter. And I bet if you are here right now, yours might be too. So I don't want you to wait until the end of your life and realize you did not give your dreams and your passions a chance. So in the beginning, I had to figure out what would work for me. So I experimented, I tried, I failed. I studied very closely what other artists were doing. I invested time and money on coaching. I used an art coach who gave me hope and helped me give me guidance. And I knew if I wanted to start making a living as an artist, I had to get out of my head and my old habits and start getting my art out there. So I first rented a studio and in the town I was living, and I decided to apply to an art show. This was such hard, sweaty work over the weekend, but I made my first $5,000 doing that. And the value, even though I don't continue to do this today, the value that it taught me was how to talk to strangers, how to ask great questions, and how to get people thinking about the artwork that they need. So if you have not already, please take out a notebook and write this down. You have to start saying yes to opportunities to get your art out there. That might mean yes to commission paintings. That might mean creating a piece of artwork in a style that you love and you're comfortable with, that is specific and special for somebody. That might mean saying yes to other streams of income using your art. Please know that people will pay thousands of dollars for your artwork and for your paintings, and start believing and absorbing this truth. I want to help you to start to own this truth. This is an example of my first $10,000 painting sale that hangs in a penthouse, and Lynn says, I love having Jenny's art on my walls. You guys, I fully believe that art sales are possible for you. I didn't go to art school or business school. I did not know what the perfect next steps were in the beginning, and I was able to grow my business past 6 figures, which allowed me freedom and family time and flexibility to be my own boss. If I can do this, you can do this. And there's no way in this next 30 minutes I'm going to be able to share every single thing that I want to share with you. There's so much I want to share with you. So after this training, I've added more tools, strategies, and a plan forward for you. And I give you a special gift for staying until the end. So like I said earlier, art sales are at an all-time high right now, and I want you to take advantage of this momentum. So let's dive in, take your notepad out, start writing down these essential tips and steps that we're going to dive into. We are going to cover the profitable artist mindset, your first step to a 10K painting sale, marketing a 10K painting. So, step number 1, the profitable artist mindset. Thoughts are things. What do you believe? What are your beliefs about your art? How do you think about yourself as an artist? How do you talk about other artists who are making it work? If your answers are more on the negative side, it's time to stop the negative momentum and know you can change the direction of your thoughts through practice. Henry David Thoreau said it perfectly. He said, as a single footstep will not make a path on the earth, so a single thought will not make a pathway in the mind. To make a deep physical path, we walk again and again. To make a deep mental path, we must think over and over the kinds of thoughts we wish to dominate our lives. I love this quote. So know that you are blocking sales and resisting sales if you think artists can't make money. Maybe you believe you are part of that category of the starving artist, which is a sucky, shame-inducing myth that somebody started and started promoting in an art history book. Maybe you think you need somebody else to do the selling for you. Maybe you think you need to be connected to sell your art. This is the type of thinking that is hurting you, and they are lies, 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 holding you back. To start a new thinking pattern, I want you to write down these 2 affirmations ASAP and start saying them, or even writing them, or both, at least 3 times a day. Number 1, I am so happy and grateful. Everything is working out, and my ideal clients are here with me now. I am so happy and grateful. Everything is working out, and my ideal clients are here with me now. Number 2, I am so happy and grateful that I am a brilliant artist. My art inspires and serves people all around the world. I am so happy and grateful that I am a brilliant artist and my art inspires and serves people all around the world. So when I started to apply this new format of thinking into my life and speaking affirming thoughts and ideas, and started treating myself and speaking to myself well in affirming ways, everything shifted. I think it was Einstein who said there are only two ways to live your life. One is though nothing is a miracle. The other is though everything is a miracle. And when I woke up realizing that I have a choice in how I think and how I view my life and my current situation, and stopped beating myself up with my words of negativity, everything began to change for me. I began to see opportunities where I never saw opportunities before. And as my internal world shifted, so did my external. I went from having 0 commissions to having a fully booked calendar year of art projects and commissions and ideas. So please remember that shifting our internal state changes everything externally too. Step number 2, your first step to a 10K painting sale. First, you've got to get your mind around receiving that amount of money for your work. If you're not ready to receive it, you'll be thinking thoughts like, I wish, as if only. So I want you to work and be ready to receive the amount of money you want for your work. I know you are worthy of receiving it. I know that, but you need to know that. I want you to be thinking, heck yeah. I know I can create an incredible painting. Heck yeah, my art is worth $10,000. Heck yeah, this $10,000 painting is going to blow my client's mind and exceed their expectations. So you might know you have an amazing work of art, but you might not know that it's worth much. And you might not be giving it the credit it's worth. So those thoughts might be holding you back, and this is tied to your current money story. At first, mine was terrible. I thought it was so difficult to make a living as an artist. I thought that you had to be in a gallery or you had to have somebody doing the selling for you because your job was just to focus on the art and I wasn't any good at selling. So you need to dig deep and truly know how you are thinking about money and what kind of relationship do you and money have, how you truly feel about it. How do you talk about it in connection to your art career? If these thoughts are more on the negative side, then your thoughts and your beliefs are holding you back from being ready to receive that amount of money for your art. This is the stuff. These are the energetics of business that successful people rarely uncover, and it is literally a huge and essential part of their secret formula. So maybe you are where I used to be, not feeling ready to charge for your work, what your work is worth, because you believe you have to go to art school first. You think you have to be in a gallery or have had a lot of sales before, or maybe you heavily discount your work. You've got to believe in your worthiness to receive the value of your work before you can expect anyone else to pay those prices you want. Remember that quote, it takes practice, and practice creates a new path. Please remember how you are positioning yourself and your thoughts sets the tone of how your clients will view your work. Step number 3, marketing a 10K painting. So maybe you think marketing is following a one-size-fits-all path, and really there are so many marketing methods out there. You are blocking sales if you think marketing should look a specific way. Successful marketing is really just about answering questions about your art in creative ways to your community and to your people. Knowing how your art can serve your people with your creative and genius ways. And this leads into perfectly to sharing with you the steps of how I book $10,000 painting sales. So, number 1, know exactly how to reach out and ask the right questions to a prospective client. People love being asked questions, and when you ask them the right ones, it actually gets them thinking and visualizing what it is that they need in their space. You have to be the one to reach out first, though, and communicate clearly about your art's value. You can't expect people just to be knocking on your door and calling you up and coming to you. You have to take the first step and know why your art's unique and valuable to them and how it will serve them. I did this through writing a letter specific to somebody I wanted to work with, asking all the right questions in it. Questions like, do you have a particular space in mind for a work of art? Have you been a collector of fine art for a very long time? And there are so many, many more questions I would like to share with you to get your clients thinking about their art needs. Do number 2, know your positioning. This sets the tone of value. When you value your work, your collectors will value your work. That is why knowing and loving your art journey and being able to share your story is so very powerful. People love knowing what inspires you, how you create your art, because they want to share that with their people. So imagine when their people enter into their home and notice their cool art on their wall, they want to tell them the stories behind it. So in essence, your story becomes their story, and that is serving them. Number 3, knowing you have a quality painting. So it's very important that you know that you have a quality piece of artwork and that you have put the attention into the details. You need to know that you have a professional gallery museum quality work of art. This means it comes framed. It does not have paint leaking over the edges. The surface is sealed with a UV protectant. It is ready to hang. What you painted it on will last a century, will not fade or crack. The surface is covered with paint, no gaps. Taking care of your art in this way is how you take care of your people and your clients. Quick pro tip: clients who love your art and buy one piece of your art, on average, will buy 6 more pieces. How cool is that? So let's recap real quick. Know that there is a connection between your mindset, your thoughts, your marketing, your money. It all builds on one another. Your mindset is always a work in progress every day. Just like your body needs repetitive exercise to get stronger and stronger, your mind does too. It does too to stay and remain healthy. So start working on your self-confidence, knowing how incredibly valuable you are as an artist, as a person who has been given so many beautiful, colorful, unique gifts to offer this world. Money. Recognize that money is just a simple exchange. It is somebody else's energy exchanged with your energy and that time and investment you put into your work. You get the authority to charge what you want. You have the power to do that. Money does not have to be an emotional thing. And when it comes to marketing, it's time to stop the hiding game. It's time to start saying yeses. Okay? You are the best representative of your art, not galleries, not agents. And collectors are waiting right now to connect directly with you and have a relationship with you, not the middleman. Oh, do I have good stories about that? But we don't have time in this webinar. I'll add that to another resource sometime.